Thanks for watching Blitz. I'm Brian Carter here at Lumpkin County High School with David Dowse, head coach of the Lady Indians. Coach, always appreciate the opportunity to come and talk about your team.
Welcome, Brian. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. I'm happy to be here. And what was, I know we already got tipped off for the season, but what was the outlook for your team coming into this 2020-2021 season?
It's very exciting, very exciting time for Lumpkin women's basketball. Been looking forward to this year for some time. I think we've got a really talented group. It's a younger group that I think a lot of people realize. We've got 10 on our roster, and 8 of them are 9th and 10th graders.
Yeah.
But still a very talented group that's worked hard to put us in the position to where we are today.
For sure, and as you said, you've been looking forward to this for a while, and even though you are young, the veteran leaders that you have been significant to the progress of this program. So there was that hype that surrounded this program. How do you kind of handle the hype as it surrounds your girls, and how do you kind of keep them in check and making sure they don't, I guess, buy their own press, so to speak?
Right. Well, I'm very fortunate. We're very fortunate to have 2 seniors, 2 senior leaders, 2 senior leader captains in Isabel and Mackenzie. And I'll be honest, they've been around so long. They're really my voice on the floor, and they're my voice in the locker room when I can't be in there. I trust them implicitly, and so I feel like we're very much a player-led team with those 2 being my voice, and so the transition, even though we're young, hasn't been all that difficult.
Yeah. And again, part of that hype was those 2 senior leaders, players like Lexi Pierce, who did really well last year, and Kate Jackson. And so Kate, unfortunately, some bad news with her that she's already out for the year. But how big of a blow was that? How did you handle that when you first found out about it? How did she handle it? And how did you kind of get the team to rally around moving past that and maybe playing for her?
Well, I'll be honest. First and foremost, we feel awful for Kate.
Yeah.
She's an awesome young lady, big personality, and a big part of our team, whether she's on the court or not on the court. Even now in injury, she never misses a session. She never misses practice. She's doing everything that she can do to get back. But it's a blow.
Yeah.
It's a blow, and I'll be honest, it's a blow at the defensive end. I think even more so than at the offensive end. We've got some kids that can score, but we don't have anyone that has the skill set that Kate has and the ability to really dominate that inside for us. We just don't have it, so we're having to kind of rally and do it by committee.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, she was a great defensive presence, also scoring, but really doing a lot of the dirty work down there last year. But,
absolutely.
And you kind of hit on your 2 senior leaders, reigning BLITZ Player of the Year, Isabel Davenport, and Mackenzie Caldwell coming back, and again, Lexi Pierce. So those 3 specifically, how much of the success do you feel like you'll have this season kind of relies on how they go this year?
Well, I think certainly they've got to have big years, but I don't think that any one of the 3 has to shoulder it themselves. I think you add Mary Mullinax coming back off of injury. I think sometimes people forget about how talented Mary really is because she only played in about a game and a half last year. We've got some very talented freshmen that are coming along and learning our system. Losing Summer was difficult, but they're learning our system, and they're very competitive and skilled kids. So those 3 need to carry a big part of the load, but there are others that can on any given night certainly help us.
Yeah, and it's definitely good to have 3 that can help shoulder that load rather than it fall on one person. But always a tough region, 7 AAA. What's kind of your outlook on that? We got White County moving in the region this year, so that makes things a little bit different. Dawson County always there in contention. So
and I would throw Gilmer in there too. I think sometimes people forget about Gilmer. They've always put a very athletic team on the field on the field of play, and I know they've got one kid that can really go. So they're tough too. We lose GAC and everybody thinks, well, okay, it's going to be a little bit easier. I don't agree with that at all. I think it's going to be a dogfight for all of us every night, and really, truly, any given night, any one of us could come out victorious.
Absolutely, and I think the Northeast Georgia area loves having Dawson, White, and Lumpkin there together because they're natural rivals anyway, and being in that same region just intensifies.
It's very exciting, and I mean that's why you play. You want the full stands, and you want that competition and kids that know each other. It brings a little bit extra out. It's going to be fun.
Absolutely. Now, Coach, you're a big motto guy. What is the motto that you kind of have your team rallying around this season, and kind of what's the meaning behind it?
Right. So this year's motto, this year's hashtag is HAB30. HAB standing for Hang a Banner.
Okay.
And this year marks the 30th anniversary since Lumpkin County women's basketball last won a region championship.
Awesome.
It's been 30 years. So our motto, our hashtag is HAB Hang a Banner 30.
I have a good feeling that could happen this year, so that would be awesome. Congrats on the success you've had so far, Coach, and looking forward to a great season. Now you got a lot of work in front of you, but have a good feeling about this group. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Brian. Appreciate it.